following show features stupid opinions and ideas from two idiot brothers who probably did little research and practiced zero due diligence on the topic at hand. The MLM Bros' opinions do not reflect the views of their...
Something's wrong.
I know. I don't understand. Hold on. I'm trying to see.
Is it playing?
Yeah, it is. It's playing live. I just don't see how many people are watching right now.
Is anybody watching this right now?
Yeah, it is. It's playing live. I just don't see how many people are watching. I don't see if anyone is. I can't. It only shows one, but there's got to be more than that watching right now.
Is anybody watching right now?
We just suck.
Barry Ellen Tatum said yes.
Good to see you. Then it's live. It's just.
It's we can't see how many people are. It literally looked like one person. I was like, where the heck is everybody?
We can't see how many people are watching from our end right now, but that's okay.
I can see you, Barb.
Barb, you are the one person watching right now. We appreciate you being here.
No, there's others too. We got likes popping up. But...
All right, everyone. Thank you. If you haven't already, give us a like down below. We're going to be talking with Mike from Second Harvest Food Bank tonight. He's got to go at 9, so we are going to bring him on right away. Luke, do we have any sponsors this month? I forget.
No, other than Tip.
Other than Tip. Got it. Cool. Valley Insurance. Check them out. Mike, thank you for joining us, sir. Appreciate you for being
here.
Mike
has a party at his house at 9 o'clock. He's staying up late.
Well, I just got somebody picking something up. I don't know what a party that is, but
well, the way you said it before, you're like, I got people coming over. I was like, he's got a party. It's Tuesday night party. So Mike, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. We are the MLM Bros. That's my little brother Isaac. We are brothers. We've never met before. I'm the oldest of 4. He's the youngest, which is why he's the baby, and I'm the old man in the dark in my house while my kids are sleeping.
Right.
So Mike, let's meet you first before we talk about Second Harvest Food Bank.
Sure.
Where are you from?
From this area. Grew up in this area all my life. Yeah.
Have you always? How long have you been at the Second Harvest Food Bank? 23
years.
Your name is so familiar, and I don't know why. I
grew up in Struthers.
So you're a Struthers person.
That's where I grew up. Mm-hmm.
Do you know the Rams Bottom? Do you know the Rams Bottoms?
I remember the name. Yeah.
Yeah. So my wife's family's Rams Bottoms. They're from down there. Her grandpa actually ran the Struthers Federal Credit Union for a long time now.
I remember Bradley Ramsbottom.
That's Grandpa. There he is. Yep.
Nice guy.
Oh nice guy. He passed away a couple years ago, but that's nice guy. So tell us. So you've been doing the food bank for, you said 20 years?
23
years, and you're the director. So can you tell us a little bit about the food bank? And like we said off before we came on, it was you're getting, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Easter, right? Those are that's going to be your main time.
They are. Well, basically, food banking is pretty simple. Our role is to solicit, store, and distribute food to our pantry, our partner pantries, agencies, and feeding sites.
Okay.
Prepare meals. We have 163 pantries and meal sites in our service area. Our service area is Mahoning, Trumbull, and Columbiana. So there's about 500,000 population there. That's the area we serve. And so our 163 pantries and feeding sites are serving them pretty much on a daily basis because somebody's always open. So that's basically what we do. We get food. We get it from a portion comes from USDA, and then another portion comes from what we call the Ohio program. What happened is about 19 years ago, we saw farmers that were letting crops grow. They were letting their crops just rot in the field because they had a bumper crop, and if they brought the crop in and put it up to market, it would depress the price and they'd lose money. So they just let it rot. It actually was worth a while to do that.
Supply and demand.
Right. So in Ohio, there's 12 Feeding America food banks. We're one of 12. So we work together. We have an association, and we work very closely together, all of us, So we went to the legislature and we went with the farmers and we said, listen, you've got all this food that's going to waste. How about if you give it to us? And they said, sure. It's in the field right there. Go get it. Well, obviously, when you look at the number of pounds that we had needed to do, we couldn't do it. It was totally impossible to be able to clear all the surplus production in Ohio. So we went to the legislature and we explained to them together, if you give some money to the farmers, not to us, to the farmers, and they can use that money to clear their production and make a little bit of money to cover their costs, and then the product will all come to us and we distribute it. So that came along. So that now is becoming a big part of our distribution. And then we have collections. Go ahead.
No. I didn't know any of this. I'm learning.
Me neither.
I had no idea.
So that's how we are. So every day we're open. We actually work 6 days a week. 5 days a week, we have pantries that are coming in to pick up product. And then on Saturdays, we're just kind of getting ready for the week. And we have some deliveries too on Saturdays of produce and whatever there may be. So we've got a skeleton staff of about 4 on Saturday that work half a day. They're pulling orders for Monday, Tuesday, for the whole next week. And we're picking up a few orders. So the other 5 days, there's activity where we're distributing food. Now, we distributed last year over 10 million pounds of food. Wow. This year, we're expecting to distribute 12 million pounds of food. We're on target this year to distribute 12 million pounds of food. Now, if you do the math, that's about 50,000 pounds of food a day, every day, 5 days a week.
How many trucks do you guys have? A ton of trucks then? I mean, it's got to be a huge operation, right?
We have 4 trucks that are doing pickups at like Sam's Club, Giant Eagle, Walmart, Target, Mad Myers. So I've got 3 trucks on the road every day. They're doing nothing but picking up. Now it's 5-hour days. These are part-timers.
Yeah,
they're all retired guys that don't want to work full time. They just want to get out of the house for a few hours, and by 1 o'clock they want to be home. That's okay.
Yeah. Fair.
So we have 4 vehicles, and the refrigerated vehicles, there's big trucks, and we have a van. So we have a pretty decent fleet. Now, when we distribute that food, agencies actually pick that up. With the amount of deliveries we do are far and few between, simply because they're typically done when they're very large orders, and sometimes the people just can't come and get it. So we'll deliver it. So all of our product is brought in by semi. So if you can visualize 50,000 pounds going out those doors every day, a typical semi coming in brings in about 25,000 pounds. So imagine that every day there's 2 semis of food going out, and there's got to be 2 semis coming in, or we won't be able to stock the place. We can store 1 million pounds, over about 1.2 million pounds of food in our warehouse. It's 30,000 square feet.
Where's that at?
It's at 2805 Salt Springs Road. It's out in the an industrial park out there.
Yeah.
Where I think FedEx is there and AT&T. We're in that area.
Wow. Okay, Isaac.
I was gonna say, what type of food is it? Like, if it's coming from Target, Walmart, is there any type of like,
it's not expired food, right?
Pyramid makeup. I guess is what I'm asking. Like fruits, vegetables, or like what kind of food is it?
Well, the food coming from those donors is unsaleables. For instance, a dented can.
Yeah.
A box, say a cereal box that's got a little crease in it. If you see that on the store shelf, you're not going to buy it.
Right.
Yeah.
So they donate it to us, and we have a crew of volunteers. Every day we have about 15 volunteers. It's the same group: the Monday group, the Tuesday group, the Wednesday group, Thursday group, and Friday group. So that group comes in. There's about 15 of them in every group, and we've actually got a waiting list right now of volunteers. They come in and they sort all that stuff. So if the can's dented on top, you got to throw it away. And they go through training that the health department sets up, so you can go through that, because you don't want to give away anything that could potentially be dangerous to.
Yeah.
So if a can is bubbling on top, you could get salmonella, you could get some kind of disease, some kind of virus or bacteria. If it just has a little dent on the side, no big deal. So it's up to them to examine it and then put it in the cases. Same with the boxes. If the box is not torn, it's just dented, well, you're okay. If it is torn, you look inside and say, is the bladder okay? So if you've got Cheerios, you look and see if the bladder's intact, then you just tape that up and it goes out. Because that's good food. You hate to waste it. And the vendors that give us food, and Bill Clinton actually passed this law when he was president, the Good Samaritan law. It does two things. First of all, it makes sure that it ensures that someone donating food, like we'll say Giant Eagle at this point, or any of those other folks I mentioned, if they donate the food to a food bank, to a pantry, then they're not held responsible if someone gets sick, so they can't be sued. Secondly, which is financially important, is those donors get to write off 2 times cost of that product. Now that's a big deal, because they can now recoup the money. When you're writing off 2 times cost of everything you're giving us, then we give, at the end of the month, we give them a receipt of how many pounds of food we brought in from that store. So when our drivers come in every day, we have to weigh all that food, and we have to weigh it them before we separate it. And then we every day we keep a schedule of how much food came from this place or that place. And then at the end of the month, we send them a receipt on how many pounds of food we picked up. And to your point, Isaac, there's also things that they're non-food items. There's cups, there's paper plates, there's paper towels. Maybe the packaging is slid a little bit, so they tape it up and it's good. Toilet paper, soap, those kind of things that they can't sell. So now they become unsaleable. When they're unsaleable, they have to donate them or they have to throw them away. So
from a business perspective, it makes 100% sense. It's a win-win to give it to you, because then you can write it off as double the cost too. So absolutely, I would.
And you're helping too. I mean, why would you not do that?
Yeah, exactly. So
those big corporations, even small. We have farmers. We have local farmers in 3 counties who donate a lot of product to us.
Yeah. Wow. Now, are you guys a nonprofit?
We're a 501c3 nonprofit, correct?
501c3, because one of the things that somebody had brought up, and I'll ask it, do you charge the food banks for deliveries or anything like that?
Well, we do charge for deliveries.
Okay.
It costs money. If we didn't charge for delivery, everybody get a free delivery, right?
That's a good point.
I'm short of drivers now.
Yeah, right. You got to pay the drivers, right?
I would say 98% of our pantries pick up.
Okay.
And those 2%, there's reasons why they don't, and we could go. Do you charge them to pick? Do you charge them to pick up food too, or no? No. Out of all of the food, like for instance, this year it will be 10 million pounds.
Yeah.
I'd say probably 60% of that goes out free, no charge. Yeah. The rest of it goes out either 5 cents a pound, 10 cents a pound, or when it comes to meats, we box those up. Like you get steaks and you get pork loin, porks. That we box that up into 20-pound boxes and then tape it up. That's 19 cents a pound, because we've got to take in consideration the price of the box.
Okay.
So that small amount of money that we call shared maintenance, which all food banks in the country charge, because it means that you got some skin in the game.
Yeah.
So, however, if a pantry wants to come, we have a number of pantries. They don't pay a penny, because guess what? They don't take any of the stuff to shared maintenance. Now, On the other hand, in the last 3 years, we've been able to raise $1.5 million to put into the accounts of every one of those accounts. So most of them have not paid a penny of shared maintenance costs for at least the last 3 years. And then some of them still have a big balance. So when we do raise money for them, and not 1 year goes by that we're not putting money in their account. So if you really look at what it costs for a pantry, that depends. Some pantries feed 50 people a month. Some pantries feed 500 people a month.
Right.
So obviously the ones that are feeding 500, they can't get all their stuff from us. They need to go to the grocery store, and God bless them, so they need to raise their own money because they're feeding about 500. Well, we have a couple, 600 a month.
Right.
So they go out to the grocery stores and they buy product, or they go to wholesalers and buy product because they can't get everything they need from us.
Right.
So essentially, Second Harvest Food Bank kind of a middleman. You can't, as someone who needs a meal, you can't actually walk into Second Harvest Food Bank and get a meal. You have to go to one of the pantries that the food is distributed to. Correct.
We are simply the distributors to the pantries.
Yeah.
What we do is if somebody calls us and they need help or they walk in, we have a collaboration with 211. So if you call 211, you tell them you're hungry, then they tell you where the nearest pantry to you is. You just give them your zip code, and because they have all our pantries, and we did that 15 years ago because they said, look, we help people that are going through trauma and so on, but they also need things like food. How about if we just get your list of pantries and we help them find the pantry? No problem. It's working great. It's been working for 15 years. And you just call 211, tell them you need food. They'll say, what's your zip code? And they'll rattle off, 1, 2, however many pantries are in that zip, and they tell you when they're open, and bingo, you get your food.
Yeah. Learning what I've learned today, the name Second Harvest Food Bank makes a lot more sense now.
It really does, right?
It makes way more sense.
It totally makes. I get it now, Mike. I'm 44 years old. I've heard a second part, as long as I can remember.
Right.
And I had no idea what you guys did.
But now it makes perfect sense from the description of the history of it, how it started, and the fact that you were literally like a food bank. Got it.
But what amazes me though is just to go back to literally go full circle here is the farmers and the people the farmers were letting their crops rot because they didn't want to saturate the market with too much food.
Second Harvest.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. Yeah.
Full circle.
Now, people say, well, how many people come to the pantries? Last month, and this is typical, we'll provide enough food for about 13,000 people a month. Now, that's not 13,000 people coming to the pantry, because when you come, you have to sign. USDA makes you sign a piece of paper saying that you are within this income range, and you every time you come, you have to sign that paper so it's your paper, and there's 12 different lines on there. So every month you sign it. It's self-declaration. You're declaring that you're at that level. Now, that person can come and they'll say, how many in your family? And you'll say 2, or you'll say 4. So it's not 15,000 people coming. It's 15,000 people that is picked up for them.
Picked up for more. Right. Okay, that makes sense. Now, do you know this? Do they check like income, or is it just honor system?
It's self-declaration. Nobody checks. It's an honor system. But when people ask me, well, what about the scammers? And when I go speak to the Rotary or some other club, some other organization, I'll get that. Well, what about the scammers? Well, you know what? First of all, you're always going to have scammers. Forget about it.
Yeah.
I would argue that most scammers have mental problems. Otherwise, and I pose the question: would you stand in line with a bunch of people, with a bunch of maybe people that look poor, for a bag of food that you could buy for 12 or 15 bucks at the store. No, no. Would you go to a soup kitchen? Would you go to a feeding site and stand there with somebody maybe that hasn't bathed in a week for a meatloaf sandwich? Oh no, I wouldn't. Well, there you go.
Yeah, right. we tried. So, what was it? 2 years ago or 3 years ago? 2020 during COVID, we got Mr. Ruley from Ruley Brothers, and Tim Sickafuse from Valley Insurance. We all got together and we chipped in and we gave away how many turkeys, Isaac?
500 turkeys.
We tried to give away 500 turkeys. Okay. Yeah. And it was a drive-through. And I told Isaac, I was like, this is going to go so fast. You know, we're going to give away 500 turkeys. And I was thinking people were going to go through the line twice and there was going to be a line out the door. We figured out. Now we did it in Poland, right? And I'm saying there's people didn't want to take the turkeys. We got rid of them all. We donated one. We donated a bunch to. I think we didn't give it to Second Harvest. Who we give it? Some of the food bank out in Salem or something like that. Yeah. But what you're saying backs up because we tried. Remember that, Isaac? We were worried about getting rid of the turkeys by the end because
tougher than you think. People don't want to take it. They
don't want to take free stuff. It was really it
guilt
kind of
is
blew
an
my mind.
Form of screening, you know.
Yeah,
it really.
So then what we ended up doing was bring us food, bring us non-perishable items and canned goods, and take a turkey. We'll trade you. And then people were doing that and taking turkeys. It was beyond me. I couldn't believe it. So I can see how you're going to get a couple scammers, but I bet all in all, people, like you said, aren't going to wait in line. That makes a lot of sense.
That's right.
Anybody ever get called out for driving up to get food in like a Ferrari, like a BMW? And you're like, are you under that income?
Well, that's up to that pantry because some pantries will say you can't tell if a person is struggling because maybe they just lost their job. They may have a Cadillac, but they just lost their job last month or 2 months ago, and they're coming here, and the Cadillac's probably going to be repossessed soon. So that's what it's really up to the pantry. We don't dictate because in a lot of cases they're serving the people in their community. In a lot of cases, they know the people.
Yeah.
So it's really not that big of a problem.
Yeah. We got a short amount of time for you, Mike.
I got to ask my question, Isaac. Go
ahead.
Tell us about that deer meat, Mike.
Well, we received
what deer meat I'm talking about, right?
We received a call from Mill Creek that the hunt was going to take place.
Yeah.
And we're used to getting deer meat every year because the Hunters for Hunger is a national organization that hunters will take a deer that they harvest, they'll take it to a processor, and then they'll call the local food bank. They'll pay for the processing, and we usually ask the processor to put it into 2-pound chubs or 4-pound chubs, and so we've been getting deer meat almost for as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
But 1 or 2, not as many as we got this time.
Yeah. Because you guys got 30, right? Or something like that. It was 30.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I've done, I said before,
it comes processed. You're getting ground venison and
it's all ground. It makes it much easier if you just grind everything, no steaks, no roast, just grind it up into ground down venison, ground beef. We do the same with cattle. If somebody buys a cow out at the fair, they have that process. We make it all ground beef.
So are the food pantries all going to get that? How's that going to be distributed? Because people were asking, where's it going? They're trying to audit you got these people that want to save the deer in Mill Creek Park, so they're all over the park and all over us and all over everybody. How's it get distributed amongst our area?
We have a food list every day. We upgrade it with all the food that we have, and the pantries just look at the food list when they're ready to order, and they look at the current food list and they order that day. So the venison went on the food list. In 3 days, it was gone. It was ordered and it was gone.
That quick. Wow. See, Isaac, people want that. It's crazy.
They love it.
Well, Well, you have my word, Mike. When I get a deer this year, if I ever get one, I'll donate the one of it. Well, I got to get one for my refrigerator first, and then the second one I get, I'll donate it back to you. I'll get through that. That program's awesome too. The what's it called? I always do it.
Hunters for Hunger.
Isaac, did you ever hear that?
I've heard of it once or twice.
So you get a deer.
Google it. Just Google
Yeah,
it.
you take a deer and then they pay for the processing and they give it right to second harvest. It's
That's
amazing.
cool.
So
We pick it
that
up,
way you know.
but that's
So,
not a problem.
all right. Well, and you're not keeping any of the deer meat, Mike, too, because people were saying you guys are going to keep all the deer meat.
For what? Our job is to
Deer
feed
chili.
people. What are we going to do with it?
Deer-
Our
big-
job, our
big
job
deer
is to
chili.
get the food out to people who need it. We don't store it.
Mike,
I don't know,
let me
Mike.
see the-
I don't know, Mike. You look like a pretty big guy. You look like you eat a lot of deer venison, or a lot of deer meat. Pretty bulky over there. High protein diet.
he's right on his desk right there. He's got some deer chili as soon as we hang up.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Mike, I know you got to go. It's 9:00. We appreciate you coming on. Thank you for explaining. I'm telling you, that was like a half hour of educational, great material there on the second.
Right. Very educational. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, good luck in the upcoming year or the upcoming busy season. I'm sure you guys are going to be doing. Thank you for what you do for our valley. It's for us two spoiled kids from North Lima, and I live in Poland, and like you don't even think about some of the needs in our area because
Right.
we're doing so well. It's amazing when you see
Eye-opening.
like people like you guys doing what you guys do. So
Yep.
Well, thanks for having me, gentlemen. Nice to meet you.
we're nice to meet
you
you,
too,
and
sir.
good luck.
Thank you very much.
All right,
Yeah.
Mike. Take
Bye.
care.
Sir.
All right, bye. Second Harvest Food Bank. God,
Totally
sorry,
makes
that
sense.
makes so
It's
much
like the
sense.
light bulb over your head just goes off, man. It's like, wow. Don't say we're not an informative podcast. I learned something tonight. I learned something tonight.
So,
Other
like,
thing I learned, I got a video idea. If anybody wants to record this and try this, go up to one of the food pantries in a BMW wearing a 3-piece suit. See how nice you have to dress for them to turn you away.
to try and get turned away. And
Yeah,
then,
so go in driving like a somewhat nice car, somewhat nice. See if they turn you away. They don't turn you away.
I
Go back
guarantee
the
they
next
won't.
time driving a Beamer, right?
I guarantee they won't.
They still don't turn you away. Go to that next time, 3-piece suit, hair
Yep.
product, like really nice glasses, really nice watch. See if they turn you away. How wealthy do you have to look before they turn you away?
I don't think they would. I really don't.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. Like he said, like who are they to say you're not having a hard, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they don't
Yeah,
judge.
like Connie runs the one and they don't judge. I don't think they would. I really don't think they would.
Start heading in, getting a free meal.
Yeah, but again, it's like, are you going to do that?
Yeah. Are you really the piece of shit?
Like he said, like the people who are going to do that, I believe that are going to have problems. You know what I mean? Like, why would you do that?
Right.
You're going to go get in line where there's a family of like 6 behind you that are in a 1980 minivan looking.
Yeah,
stupid,
guilt's
right?
going to get the best of you. It really is. If you go over there and see,
Granted, some people aren't going to care. You know what I mean? They're it's just, but again, I think they got problems. It's just kind of the way it is. Yeah, like let Amber White show. John White just said, "Let Amber show up. It'll be on the headlines."
Right.
And, yeah, no doubt.
No one is refused. Interesting.
Yeah, see, I've seen that. But would you ever go buy that one at 5 points?
Yeah. Well, since it is the season of giving, I wanted to do this at the beginning of the show, but we're going to do it now.
I think we're going to talk about it.
What?
Can we talk about it on Thursday?
Dark doing a podcast. No, we're going to do it tonight. We're doing it tonight.
Oh, I think we're going to do it Thursday when we can announce it because we didn't talk about it at all.
What? Talk about what?
We'll talk about it Thursday too. Go ahead. What do we got?
So season of giving. We're coming up on Thanksgiving, coming up on Christmas. So MLO Bros, we are going to do something nice this season to give back. We're going to use our podcast to give back. Our family, the MLO Bros family, you, me, everybody watching at home, we are going to team up with Project MKC, their holiday adopt a family program. Luke, we have adopted a family. I have set this all up. I've
We adopted a
emailed
family.
Shelly over at Project MKC, as well as
Wait,
my good friend
say
Samantha.
Shelly?
over there. What?
Shelly,
Yeah, Shelly, Justin's
A-
sister.
aka Justin's sister.
Justin's sister. I have her personal cell phone. I was texting her and calling her. We were talking about life and everything, but we have adopted a family. So you watching at home, this is how this is gonna work.
Okay.
This is how this works. So if you want to, you can reach out to Project MKC and adopt your own family. But the MLO Bros have adopted a family. We have a family. I think we got 2 families, but right now we're working on a family with 6 kids and 2 adults. So what do? We are going to buy them their gifts. We're going to buy them, help them. They're a family in need in our area.
Okay.
We are going to use you guys at home. And then if you guys at home can't help us, we're going to freaking go to the store and get them what they want. Each podcast day, we are going to ask you guys at home, and I'll write you down over here what you want. Like, I'll say, hey, who's getting this? Kid wants a Nerf gun. This kid wants Legos. Does anybody at home want to go get this kid Legos? Does anybody want? I think there was like gift cards on there for groceries.
Would we take cash, like a cash donation, then we'll go
If
buy
they
the
want to
stuff?
say, hey, we'll Venmo you, Isaac, and go get it stinking Legos, I can do that. That's not a problem.
Yeah, let's do that too, just to make it easier on people. You know what I mean?
So anything you guys can't do, we'll pick up the slack.
I like it.
So let's try and get 2 or 3 things done today. But let's introduce our family here. I'm not going to say their names. We're going to keep it anonymous. But let me get you. Hold on, where is it? Here it
Is it 2 families?
So they sent me. Let me see. Okay, we got 1 family for now. 1 family for now. But I picked the big family. So
Okay.
1 family for now. So let me go through the sheet here. They have 6 kids.
6 kids.
Are there? So they fill
6
out the sheet
kids?
and say things that they want, right? So are there any gifts that would benefit the household and or the parents? Examples include cleaning supplies, toiletries, beddings, gift cards, etc. They put gift cards. I'm guessing like we do. They're in Youngstown, so I'm guessing we do like Aldi or Walmart or
Wait, is
Giant
it for
Eagle.
the kids? If it's for the kids, we got to get them toys.
That is for the adults. Let's go to child 1 though. Let's go to child 1.
I want to get the kid in Aldi's
Let's
gift
go to
card.
child 1. So
If I was a kid and I opened up a gift card and it's an Aldi's gift card, I'm like,
Right.
okay,
No. So we're gonna
Okay.
go to
All
the
right.
kid. We're gonna go to kid number 1.
Okay.
But they give us a whole list in like what each kid wants too. So it should be fun. We're gonna make it fun.
Okay.
Fun. So okay, child number 1.
Child number 1.
14-year-old boy.
Okay.
So they put like different categories. So child 1's clothing needs. So 16/18 for the moms at home. I don't know what that means. 16/18 pants, maybe
It's
like
the youth
the
size, yeah.
sizes. 16/18 pants, medium shirts, size 7 shoes. Does any ladies out there want to help us with this kid's clothes?
So there you go.
Size 16/18 pants, medium size shirts, size 7 shoes.
Wow. Okay. And if you can't now, if you want to message us, that's fine. We
Right.
would love that. We'll
Right.
make sure we say thank you. I mean, can
Right.
we give them? We'll give you guys sticker like MLO Bro
Right.
stickers, whatever.
This is us trying to help, trying to give back,
And let's post
using
I-
our
let's
platform.
Every day we'll post what we're looking for.
Right. So
Okay.
after the show, I'll post.
Yep.
So then Isaac didn't think through too well.
Tony.
Okay, Tony. Thanks, buddy.
Hey Tony, are you gonna get some shirts or something?
Right.
Go get us some
We
shoes.
are going to do this. We're going to do this every day until we get this family knocked out, Tony. So trust me, it's going to be great.
Wait.
Also, Christmas presents. What is this kid into, Luke?
What's it?
Another thing mom and dad were asking for is twin bedding.
No, I
Um,
don't even.
But what he likes toys wise,
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about.
remote controlled cars,
Nice,
Pokemon cards,
nice,
PlayStation gift card,
nice.
Lego Technic cars. I don't know what that means. Lego cars, Lego Technic cars. So remote control cars, Pokemon cards, PlayStation gift cards, Lego Technic cards. So
All right. So, dude, we can do this.
classic,
Okay.
classic 14-year-old boy right there.
It really is, isn't it?
Right. And then we'll do child 2, 13-year-old girl on Thursday. But I'll post this kid's stuff
Yeah.
tonight.
Post
we'll
the
go
picture of
from
the
there.
MKC thing, and that would be great.
Absolutely. So
Um,
need your help at home. If you'd like to donate, let us know. Heck, if you can't keep up in the comments, just message me and I can talk about it, or call me. We can talk about it.
Yep.
Roblox. It's Roblox, Tony. Come on, old man. Come on. It's Roblox, Tony. Blocks, Tony. Roblox. Come on.
is it
Come on.
roadblocks? Like
No, he's doing the classic old person thing where he just sounds it out because that's what he hears. That's what he thinks he hears with his old man ears.
Now he's gonna start going on about you calling him old again. Here
That's
we
why
go.
I'm doing it. That's why
Here
I'm
it
doing
goes. Here it goes,
Yeah.
Tony. I didn't have anything to do with this. Don't
It's
start.
Roblox, Tony. Roblox.
Back in my day, I used to get.
Right.
I
Exactly.
used to have the little cup
But-
on a string and a ball.
We have adopted a family. It's gonna be great. We're gonna give back. This is how you can give back. Is helping out the MLOs Bros family. So field trip. Sorry, Judy. Judy, you're wonderful. I'm sure you're fantastic. You're a
It's
young
Tony.
lady.
It's
Don't
Tony.
let
It's not you.
Tony
It's Tony.
is the one who's running this.
It's Tony.
Roblox.
Um,
There must be. I think there's a currency on Roblox. That might be what he's talking about. I don't know. I don't-
Roadblocks. See, he's cooler than you are. He knew what he
Maybe
was talking
does
about.
know. Maybe he does know.
He's got grandkids and stuff. Absolutely.
Yeah,
He just
that's right.
smoked
He's so old. He's got grandkids. That's right. That's correct.
you. He just smoked you.
All right. Luke, what
so
else?
this
What
guy's
else is
a
on the
good-
agenda for tonight?
Yeah, look, he knows. You use road.
I don't know. He
Yeah,
doesn't,
Tony.
I don't think that's right. I don't think he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, Tony he knows now. Tony's knows. But I think it's a great idea. Well done. Let's do it. Let's get
I
this kid
thought it was a good idea. I saw Project MKC. I'm like, you know what, MLO Bros, we're gonna adopt a family. Our family is gonna adopt a family, and we are gonna use this stupid podcast to give back.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I love it. Well, that's fantastic. I am excited about that. Thursday, we have an MLO Bros talk back. We can stir the pot a little bit if you want.
Sure, let's do it.
Let's see here. What else do we got? I didn't schedule. We don't really have anything really coming up anytime soon. Oh, tomorrow at 8:30, we're going to Chaffin School.
We're talking
in the
to
morning.
the kids at Chaffin.
Yeah,
It's a high school, right? No,
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's we're talking to
technical
the kids.
school. Chaffin.
It's a technical. It's Youngstown's technical school. We're going to Chaffin. We're going to talk about credit. We're going to talk about budgeting. We're going to talk about O'Keel.
Right.
And
O'Keel's story.
O'Keel's got a great story where he's from
We could
Akron.
sprinkle in some real estate.
Sprinkling some real estate. It's going to be good.
Speaking of which, Luke, check this out. Guess who's a real estate agent? Look at that stud. Look at that stud.
Did you add mine?
No, I didn't add yours because you're a loser and nobody wants to work with your ugly face.
Why did you add mine?
Look at Keller Williams. I am a licensed real estate agent for Keller Williams, also a loan officer. So you call me, you need to buy a house, you're selling your house, you need mortgage financing, refinancing. Hey, you call me first because nobody wants a picture of Luke in their front yard. You remember that.
I can't wait to do the Cartman. I am also a licensed real estate loan officer. We have Isaac and I are double dipping in the world of real estate, which is awesome. Dual threat. Dual threat.
Right.
Yeah. Sarah just called you the worst real estate agent ever.
You know what happens? It happens, but I'm going to try my best. You know, you got to start at the bottom, Sarah. I'm going to start at the bottom, slowly work my way up. Work my way up.
And then, so we really don't have much coming up. Are we going to play poker again or something on before Thanksgiving?
We should do the Wednesday night podcast where we play poker.
That was fun.
Yeah, we could totally do that at the studio again.
All right, let's do that in the studio. We'll do that. We don't have any guests next week, so if anybody wants to come on our show,
let us know. We're kind of dry right now. There's something definitely wrong with we have a lot of people commenting and like nobody
it only shows
how many
but I'm looking at Facebook and that only shows 3 people too.
That's not right. Obviously, there's more than 3 people commenting right now. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, we have 20 likes.
Right. This doesn't make any sense at all. Normally, if you get 20 likes, you have like 50 people watching live. So it's definitely screwed up.
Let me see if I can do this. Actually, the Facebook doesn't have a count right now.
Yeah, I saw that. It's whatever. It's whatever. Thank
I
you
know.
everybody for watching. Are we
I'm
gonna
gonna go
what else can we talk about? What else is going on in the world today, guys, that you would like to talk about?
Oh, thanks, Linda. She's gonna use me. She's gonna
Yeah,
use me as a
yeah,
real estate
yeah.
agent when she needs it.
Keep you in mind. Which one of you are the best? Listen, Linda. Linda. All I'm gonna say is
Linda.
you can use Luke for mortgage financing. You know, he has more experience than me. I'll give him that. But if you're ever going to sell your house, I definitely suggest not putting a sign with his face on it in your front yard.
Linda, this is
I
a fake.
don't think that's a good way to sell your house. I don't think you want his ugly mug in your front yard. People will run. They will
Linda.
not want to buy your house. They'll
Linda.
run.
Linda, I'm gonna give you the smolder.
Listen, Linda. Use
Smolder.
your noggin. You don't want him in your
The
front
smolder.
yard.
The smolder. Wait,
You know who you want? You know who you want in your front yard? A cute-looking guy in a nice suit. That's who you want in your front yard. Look at him. Look at him. Look. You can kind of see my thumb sticking out of my suit there. Can you see it? It's kind of weird. It's like, what is that? What is that there? It's my thumb.
Look,
See it?
here, good. Yeah, Isaac.
What?
Yeah, take care, Linda.
Don't think
Smolder.
you want that guy's face in your front
Smoldering, Linda. Smoldering on your front yard.
Smolder.
Sell my house.
yard. That's
Whoa, Youngstown's law director quit today. That Libyan guy.
why?
He sucked ass. Excuse my language. He sucks.
Is that the guy who kicked all those people out of that building?
Yes. Yeah, that's the same guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
He quit. Really? I got it. All right. We'll talk about that on Thursday. That's a big deal.
I wonder why he quit.
Well, he didn't do it. Tracy, wasn't he running for something too and he didn't get elected?
Wasn't what's his name? The guy who's Poland's law person, wasn't he Youngstown's law person before and he got kicked out for racism or something?
Yeah, he got in trouble. Paul
Maseko?
Gaines, him and Paul Gaines were going at it, and then he got kicked out.
Who? Maseko?
Maseko. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
And then he
fighting
got
with Paul
accused
Gaines.
of like the racist texts or whatever.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah,
making-
dude, absolutely 100%.
But
Yeah, look, he knows John White's. Yeah, and he was running for the clerk of court, and he didn't get it, so then he quit. He must have been hoping he got the clerk of court. He Libyan ran for the clerk of courts and didn't get elected. So I'll bet
you
that
get
was
elected
probably
by the
going to
people.
try and leave. If he got elected, he was going to leave peacefully, right?
Yeah.
Wow, that is
Tito's
amazing. We're going to have to talk about that. Yeah, Tito's buddy, exactly.
Vince beat him out for clerk of courts. I don't even know what any of this stuff means. Like, I don't know local politics at all.
Ooh, yeah. And on Thursday, we are going to talk about this too. We're going to talk about Chris Boardman being a bunch of grumps with their Christmas lights. Did you hear that?
Uh-uh.
So
do they
this guy
say?
has had this huge Christmas decorations over the last like 10 years.
Yeah.
Like candy canes on the sidewalk, or not
Oh,
candy canes.
yeah, he does that every year. Yeah.
Yeah. Boardman gave him a cease and desist order because a neighbor complained.
Ugh.
They said
So annoying.
couldn't be on the sidewalk because it's public.
Well, I get that. If it's
Yeah.
on if it's on public property,
But he's
I get
done it for 6 years, and now somebody complains. So then it's
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
suck. He had to go, Luke. Bull crap. He had to go.
Who had to go? Who had to go?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who had to
sucked.
go, Luke?
Vivian had to go, he's saying.
Why did he have to go? Because he, I don't.
Yeah. We'll
He,
figure. I'll
he
do some
left
digging.
though.
Must be really. Yeah. Will you support an audit of city finances? I would.
Absolutely. Who's auditing though? That's the question. Who's going to
Yeah.
audit them?
Yeah.
What is it? A company? Does the auditing third party know Tito or know someone?
Is it Tony Hickson, Tito's brother-in-law, or
Right.
whatever he is?
Like I just don't trust I just don't trust the local government. If there's any kind of audit, I just don't trust them.
Yeah. Oh, look at the state. If we can, they're going to do the state. If we can,
Right.
so the state would audit. That'd be great. That's a good point. Jose says if the sidewalk needs fixed, whose responsibility is it? The homeowners.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
That's a good
I
point,
think.
Jose. No, it is 100%. It is, Isaac. If
Oh,
your
really?
sidewalk gets jacked up, you have to fix it.
I didn't know that. That's a
Yeah.
good point, though, for sure.
Yep. And petitioning, they're all, look at these guys line up, dude. We know it's corrupt down there, and call them
Right,
out.
for sure.
Call them out. And then look, we got the feds.
Do it.
But this will be interesting. But Libyan stepping down something. There's something there. Something's up with that.
So why he had to go? So Tony says he had to go. Why did
he have to go, Tony?
Did you not get along with your cousin, old Tito? I obviously did. I did not know that. That was not one that was on the exam.
Oh, yes, it was. That was one of the questions. It's the
was it really?
Yeah, the easement.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So here's the thing, Luke, we can talk about realtor exam. So I took it first 2 weeks ago on Tuesday. I got on the major portion, I got a 75, and then the smaller state portion, I got an 80. First time ever passing one of these tests, first try, because I'm normally terrible at tests, aka I'm stupid. Luke, what did you get on yours?
I got an 80 on the national and a 94 on the state.
92, Luke. You always round up.
No,
You're such
93.
a jerk.
It was 26 out of 30 or something like that.
I thought it was a 93. I did the math. I did 93. But Luke did better than me. I will give him credit there. He did better than me. And you felt less comfortable than I did going into it.
It was it was a 28 out of 30.
No, it wasn't. Check
Hold
the
on,
test. I don't believe you. It wasn't a 28. That's a 98.
Hold on, I'm looking. Man, you're so defensive.
Well, hey, thanks, Dad. Isaac failed his driver's license test. Listen,
And
I
his
didn't
load
fail-
officer test.
I didn't fail my driver's license test. I failed my temps test, like my 15 and a half test, where it's like, hey, what do you do at this sign? And it's a stop sign. Like, that's the test I failed. Like, that's how dumb I am when it comes to taking tests.
I got
I think I psyched myself out.
34 out of 40. What's that?
Tests don't lie, Jeff. Listen. Knowledge only gets you so far. Working hard, picking up your phone.
Isaac, I got an 85
That's what I've
on
always
this
been
game.
good at.
I got an 85. Isaac, I got 34 out of hold on. Is it 34? 36 out of 40. What is that?
That's a 93, 94.
Out of 40. 90. Yeah, I got a 90 out of state. Not a 90. So, okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What do you know? You over
I rounded up a little bit.
Like I said, you always do.
I rounded up to 94. Let's see here. So, all right. And then I didn't think that the real estate test, I was nervous, but there were so many questions.
Yeah. So when you take a test, do you kind of do the math in your head as you go along and you're like, okay, I've gotten this many right. I'm probably good.
You know what I did? True story. I did a tally, like the tally marks.
Yeah.
Of every question I was, oh shit, I'm going to miss.
Yeah.
I did a tally and I knew I had to get out of the 90 questions, I knew I had to get like 60 or something. Right.
Because it's not like a test in school where it's like A, B, C. It's just pass, fail.
Yeah.
I get to a certain point and I'm like, okay, I'm probably good. You know what I mean?
So I did a tally and I went back through, double checked everything. And then I was like, okay, I figure I'll get half of the ones I guessed on right. I'll probably miss one or two that I thought I was right on.
Right.
And I was like, I should be good.
Yeah. No, I do the same. I do the same thing. So Jeff says, Isaac, with my driver's test, those driver's test questions are dumb and not make sense at times. There are some trick questions in there. So those trick questions, like what's the most right or what? Yeah. What's the other one? Like in an order or stupid trick questions or double negatives in the question. Yeah. The loan officer exam is like that, where they're almost like nursing. They're like nursing questions, which is most right. And it's like two are obviously right. And in a loan officer situation, never will I ever have to deal with the double negative or select the one that's most right. It's pretty clear on what's right.
That loan officer test, I did that for 16 years, 17 years, right?
Yeah.
Sales manager in charge of a bank of 30 loan officers.
Right.
I got an 80 freaking 2.
Right. And the passing grade is a 75.
I got an 82 after 17 years of that's how hard
I took it the first time. I got a 70 freaking 4. This was right in April of 2020, right before March of 2020, right before COVID. And then I had to work as Luke's assistant for 3 months until I could take the test again in the middle of COVID. And then I passed the second time with a 77 out of 75. So I barely passed it the second.
I've heard these state board, the nurse and state board, those are hard too. I heard those are ridiculously hard too.
Yeah.
Insurance, I heard, is hard.
Yeah. But I would say the loan officer one was much harder than the real estate one. The real estate one was pretty straightforward, pretty like proof of concept. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. It's pretty straightforward.
Purposely trying to trick you.
And the other thing is there's mortgage math in there. So we got 100 on the mortgage math. Like, you're not going to miss those questions as a loan officer. So it was pretty easy for us.
If you didn't have those mortgage questions,
it would be
really harder. Yeah.
If you replaced all those mortgage questions with like title and other questions that I'm super unfamiliar with, it would have been way harder. Way harder.
Our physical therapy board is the same way with it. All 4 answers could be right, but it's the most right. Yeah, see that's
so stupid. There's never a situation in mortgage where most right, other than in like ethics. Like
is it time? It was time, but that wasn't a worry at all.
2.5 hours, I think.
I was done in an hour and a half. How long were you?
Yeah, hour and a half. I think I might have done it quicker than that.
Yeah, I was an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's like more than enough time. Let me see. But the motorcycle exam, motivation, things, right? That and some of them are things no one actually does. I don't know. He picked on his sister, whom passed it on the first try. What are you trying to say about my sister? What's wrong with my sister? Are you trying to throw my sister under the bus or something? Are you trying to say something?
Your father passed all his insurance and investment tests first try.
Why did you take an insurance?
He sold insurance for a little bit at that umbrella company.
Oh, he was a car insurance agent. Yeah, that's right. 5 hours of trick questions. It's so exhausting. It's like, why? Like, you almost have to study how to go about the test, about taking the test, which isn't like knowledge, it's test taking.
Well, I guarantee. So I'm not going to lie. I didn't pay attention at all during those classes that we took. Like, zero.
Right.
I literally just kept hitting the button to get done with the time. And then I took the practice test over and over and over and over and over.
Right.
And pick up the knowledge that way. That's how I learned it. I mean, honestly.
Right. For sure.
Is that how you did it?
So I paid attention in the classes, but then you learn way more from the practice exams, and CompuCram's the best thing ever.
100%.
Never not take a test if they have without CompuCram.
And I think I learned more just going over the tests.
Right.
Honest to God, that's how I learned. And you learn by doing it, and you learn by like cramming.
For sure.
All right. Well, we'll be back. Let's cut this. I gotta go to bed. We will be back Thursday. We're going to talk about Libby. I'm going to do some research on Libby and on why he quit. Actually, the mayor has his State of a Union address on Thursday. Did you see that?
Which is freaking hilarious. I think he dropped that 2 days after we said he should probably talk to the public. Do you remember that? Literally 2 days after. Like, hey, great. And I even posted on the MLM, hey, great idea. Where'd you get it?
He did. He did. I'd love to know if that was
after we said, hey, Mr. Mayor, you might want to talk to the people because they're kind of pissed right now. And then he does it. Oh, I'm doing the State of the Union.
I heard. I got to tell you a funny story. I heard, and I didn't tell this to you. I heard from a waitress in downtown Youngstown. I'm not going to say the name. That David Ditzler, the Mahoney County Commissioner, was eating with his buddy. Okay. And she said she walked by the table and said, oh, it's Dave Ditzler. And then she said, she swears she heard Dave Ditzler talking about us and how we're assholes. I swear to God. I'm like, you're lying. I was like, you are freaking lying. You are lying. And she is like, Luke, I swear to God, he
Let's
was
go,
talking
man.
with his friend about
That's a
you and your
win.
brother
That's
and
a
how
win.
you two are assholes.
Good. If I'm in a greasy ass politician's head and he's thinking about me, good. Because
I didn't. She
you
goes,
call us whatever you want, but you're gonna think about us before you start doing
if
shit.
you're
That's
eating lunch,
exactly what you
if
want.
Dave Ditzler was eating lunch talking about us to his buddy
Yeah.
about how we're assholes and how we ride him and all,
Yeah.
I was freaking crying. I was like, you're lying. She goes, I swear to God, I'm not lying. He was
Right.
talking about you too.
Only thing that would have made that altercation better
Oh.
is if she handed him the bill and said, "Thanks for joining us, Uncle Dave." That would have been incredible. And then he just looks at her like, "That would have been so good." Thanks for dining here, Uncle Dave.
I just love it. Yeah, look, she said you two are there's no doubt we are. And
Yeah.
I know we drive the mayor crazy too. And you guys can act like, I know Tony's like, oh, he doesn't care. I guarantee he is, those people tell those guys what we're saying. I know a bunch of the councilmen hate us.
Right. No, but it's a good thing though,
Yeah.
because whether you guys want to admit it or not, he or anybody wants to
We
admit it,
don't
they
want
want to admit it or not, they're going to do something greasy. At
Yeah.
least they have to make that decision knowing that
Yeah.
when we find out, there's going to be repercussions.
Yeah.
And if that affects decision making, I think that's good. I don't think that's bad.
100%. They'll probably still do it, but
Right.
it's better if they say, oh, those MLO bros, those assholes better not find out about it.
Or they'll just try and be more sly about it. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna have to be.
I
more
agree.
careful.
Watchdogs.
So,
Are we watchdogs? We're watchdogs, Isaac. We're government watchdogs.
right.
All right. Well, we'll be back Thursday. We'll talk about Libya and we'll talk about some other stuff. We'll talk about the kid. Make sure you post that so we can get some donations coming in for the family. And yeah, don't forget we're real estate agents tomorrow morning, Isaac, 8:30.
Yep. I'll meet you out there 8:30. Choffing
In the parking lot.
We have to be there at like 8:15.
Yeah, tell O'Keel 8 so he's not late. Will you text O'Keel, hey, be there at 8?
You text him.
I'll text
him. Boss. I'm just his friend.
He's always late about everything. It's the worst.
Luke, don't be a racist. What is wrong with you?
I said,
what is wrong with you?
How is that racist?
You're trying to say that all black people are late. That is just.
Oh, God.
That is so racist.
I hear my fire alarm going off. I gotta go. Or my fire detector going off.
Is it really?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, it's beeping. It's chirping. Dude,
I said that to O'Keel.
Just stop, Luke. You were there. Seriously, I am leaving this podcast.
I said that to O'Keel. I said that to O'Keel the other day, and he's just like, "What is wrong?" I'm like, "It was." Oh God! All right. Good night, everybody. We'll see you guys all later. Love you guys. Bye. See you Thursday.
Thanks for watching. Bye, everyone.
Hey, did you change the song when the guy was on?
No, you did.
Must have accidentally hit the button. I thought you changed.
Yeah, it's all good. Hey guys, call us. Call us. We're loan office. Hey guys, just call us. We're loan office. Real estate agent. Call us. We'll take care.
What?
Just play it, dude.
Okay, bye.